So what are the airlines doing to brace for this storm that's tracking up the East Coast?
There's not a whole lot they can do, Scott. They're trying to remove aircraft from certain airports that are going to be in the direct hit of that storm, and whenever possible, get the flights off, although there have been a number of delays today. Take a look at the weather map, and you see exactly the problem here. You've got a storm that is moving from the southeast up to the northeast and right along the spine of the Appalachian Mountains, and in the path of that storm, a number of hubs for the airlines. When you look at how many flights have been canceled so far, according to FlightAware, about 332 flights have been canceled today. More than 600 were canceled yesterday. And several of the East Coast hubs, as I mentioned, they're right in the path of where this storm is going. Fortunately, the storm seems to have dissipated a little bit. Still, you're going to see a little bit of pressure on the airline stocks, and that's what we're seeing today. A little bit of pressure. It's too early to know exactly how much this storm will cost the airlines in terms of the bottom line. But keep in mind, they factor in a number of lost days every year for storms like this. So this is not going to have a huge impact on the bottom line. And we also want to mention, people say, well, what about the auto dealers? Is it possible this will hurt auto sales? They're expecting a relatively strong month. In fact, some of the first estimates coming in for November show that November, the sales pace will be up compared to the previous 2 months. And so when you're looking at this, probably not a huge impact.
Hurts a little
for the
more,
auto
though.
Dealers.
It hurts a little more, though, Phil, does it not? I mean, given that, yes, they prepare for busy travel days and they prepare for cancellations, but when one of the busiest travel times of the year is affected by weather, that has a greater impact.
It probably does. But look, when we've seen this in past years, when you look at the Sandy storm that hit near the holidays last year, now it wasn't directly on Thanksgiving, but when it hit around then, a lot of people said, well, this is the worst time of the year for the airlines. It's never a good time. But they factor this in, and I don't think this is going to have a huge impact in terms of earnings per share for the quarter.